Holy shit. Shh. Holy shit, guys. Come right here. I'm looking at something looking at me.
We're here for the 2026 Fouke Monster Festival. This is our home here for a little bit. Set up camp. Got our pop-up shelter just in case the rain comes. If you can see up here, let me see if I can figure out how to do this. There is some pretty intense thunderstorms in the area, and we don't know quite for sure yet. But we're at the lovely Alex Smith Park. The people here were extremely friendly and helpful. This place is very pretty, actually. We didn't know what to expect. I've never been here. Normally don't like staying in parks or improved camping areas, but we're here just for a short time for the festival. Gonna try to go out tonight and see if we can stir something up. It's actually a little cooler than I thought it was going to be. Mike called us today and said it is hot. Oh yeah, you can see the thunderstorms coming in now. Let's see if I can look up here. Oh, there we go. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, listen to that sound.
We finished getting camp set up and got something to eat. Waited on the rest of our group to show up. The storms were coming in on us pretty quick, so we used that to our advantage to take a quick power nap before heading out for the night. Now, Alex Smith Park is right on the edge of the Sulphur River and Mercer Bayou areas, which are known to be kind of a hot spot for some of the activity in the area. But tonight we weren't going to stay in Alex Smith Park. We were going to go out to Thornton's well. As we were packing up to head out, we kept hearing some shuffling around us, so we got out the thermal to take a quick look. We noticed some of our neighbors for the evening, which are some of these deer and hogs.
Alright, so we're out at Fouke for the Monster Fest, and we are down at Thornton's well. I guess there was an episode of Finding Bigfoot filmed here. Mike's going to play a little call blast as soon as we get it set up there.
I'm going to face the horns away.
You might think the call we're going to use is a little crazy, but we think we've gotten some pretty good results with it before. First thing we do when we get to a location is set up an audio recorder, a video recorder, then we'll play a call blast, wait for anything to happen while we finish getting set up.
So what we're going to do, got an SM4 audio recorder. We're going to hide it out here in the woods somewhere, maybe just leave it for the weekend while we're here. And see if we capture anything.
I'm going to take it up in the trees here and hide it.
Okay.
Since this will be picked up before this video comes out, it's alright.
While setting up the recorder, Mike thought he heard a whistle, and we thought we heard maybe a limb break or something.
I didn't hear a whistle, but what I heard, you went straight out in front, right?
Right.
There was a loud crack over here. And The audio recorder got it. I had turned the camera off for a second while you were replacing that.
Well, you had a crack. But past me, I heard a whistle. It could have been a bird. But it was like that, but fast. There's a cow.
Is that the cow or the road? Is that a cow?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a cow. I mean, at one something in the morning, you don't hear birds whistling.
So yeah, I agree. Did I ever tell you the story at Caddo? We kept hearing a woodpecker.
But we heard it the night we went for Marvin and Jerry when they got turned around on
Oh yeah,
yeah.
we heard that up in the mountains. We heard that too in the Jeep.
So, but it was almost like that. But that was just right there, close to where I was. Enough so that it kind of freaked me out for a second.
You want to walk back up there?
Are you scanning it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. I left my goggles because I wanted to save the battery for tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So we can hit that trail.
Tell me if there's a road hazard, because camera lens is blinding me. Look at that, Jake. You hear that?
In the same spot. There's a recorded.
And people say, why can't these things be found? So you saw Mike standing there just as fast as I could turn that. He's gone. See something?
Yeah, but it was a light.
A light?
Another one. There's no light, buddy. Oh yeah, there is. Okay.
Yeah, I saw a bunch earlier.
Yeah, I've seen that one at Hodges. Well, you let me know if you see a gator.
I think you're getting close to the water.
Yeah, I can see the water now.
It's overcast with no moon.
I just don't know what's on the side of this water.
The camera can be deceiving. Without assistance, it is nearly impossible to see.
What's that?
Do what?
What did you say?
I said this. I was talking to the audio on
Oh,
this.
that's
It was a Thornton's well boat ramp. And that's kind of using that term loosely, a boat ramp. Around here, if they got a spot they can shove the boat in the water, that's a ramp. I'm gonna blast it down low so it don't blow you out. Move back. I just seen the ripples on the water. I just don't want nothing to it. Maybe it's ripples in my eyes. Yeah, I thought I seen the water moving.
Oh, the water is moving there.
The night vision is also deceiving. We could just barely make out a little bit of ripples down at the edge of the water.
I was thinking something fixing to come out of the water.
Yeah, well, I don't want that to happen.
You got steel toes on, right?
No, sir.
Just let them bite your big toes.
I ain't worried about a little gator. It's the ones that start getting up there that, I don't know how big they get in here, which I'm assuming as wild as this is, it's big as they want. There's that metal sound again. Yep. Is it a dog?
And another time, so this makes my third trip here. And the other time I went down and followed it around where I want to say it was like a bank spot or a camp spot over there. Yeah, there was a camp spot. That's probably where we've seen that that review that had the photo of that guy camping. Hear that sound you're talking about? The highway making it sound like a drought.
Oh, yeah. I don't have like a weird feeling or anything there, you know what I mean?
No, me neither.
I don't get that creeped out feeling.
I'm not even. I mean, it looks right, but it doesn't feel. You're right on that. It doesn't feel right. Probably enough so that I think I probably grabbed that SM4.
What the hell was that?
That wasn't the highway.
That sounded like it was close.
That wasn't like a Jake brake, maybe. I don't know what that was.
I got it on audio and camera.
Well, I wasn't paying attention to it, but I did hear it now that you say it, and I can't pull it back into my what the heck it was.
Y'all ever like do any whoops or anything?
There's a whack over
I
there.
didn't know how you felt about that.
I heard that
What?
Heard a whack over there.
again.
I mean, I've heard that sound, a sound on the road, but that was like close.
It was like,
Yeah, real deep.
Are you recording?
I am now.
You still see it?
No, it was just a glimpse for a second. It was 100% long enough, right?
What did you do?
It's over here. I see it now.
What is it?
I don't know.
I can't see where you are.
There's a tree in the way right now. It's over here. I see it now.
What is it?
I don't know.
I can't see where you are.
There's a tree in the way right now.
Do you find it, Mike?
See whatever kind of tree right in front of us was right behind it. That was way off over to my left when I saw it first.
We continued to look around a little bit longer, didn't really hear or see anything, and with the threat of storms off in the distance, and we actually needed to wrap this night up and head back to camp. We had to be at the festival in a couple of hours. In the morning, we'll head into the small town of Fouke, Arkansas. It's not impossible to feel the weight of the legend, as locals have embraced it with things like the Monster Mart, and they even used a movie poster on their police cars. If you're really into Bigfoot and cryptids, you should know the story, but if not, this quiet community became world famous in the early 1970s after a series of reported encounters with a large, hairy, man-like creature lurking in the swamps and bottomlands around Boggy Creek. Locals described something fast, powerful, and elusive, something that didn't really fit into any known category of wildlife. The stories here became the backbone of the 1972 docudrama The Legend of Boggy Creek. The film followed real families from the area, including the Crabtrees and Fords, whose encounters helped define the creature's reputation. The Crabtrees were portrayed as seasoned woodsmen who knew the swamps better than anyone, and their sightings gave legend credibility among locals. The Ford family's terrifying nighttime encounter, where something tried to break into their home, became one of the most iconic moments in the movie. These accounts, dramatized but rooted in local testimony, created a sense of realism that set the film apart. That authenticity is a big part why the movie became so influential. The Legend of Boggy Creek blurred the lines between documentary and storytelling long before found footage was a genre. Its gritty atmospheric style inspired future horror films that leaned into realism and eyewitness perspective, including projects like the Blair Witch Project and countless modern indie horror films that used the same formula of grounded fear and local folklore. Today that legacy is still alive. The Monster Mart stands as a kind of unofficial museum to the Fouke Monster Festival, filled with memorabilia, eyewitness accounts, and reminders of how deeply this creature is woven into the town's identity. And every year, the Fouke Monster Festival brings together researchers, filmmakers, and enthusiasts who continue to explore the mystery that started it all. For us, coming here isn't just about attending a conference, it's about stepping into a piece of cryptid history. Fouke is more than a location on a map. It's a symbol of how one story, one encounter, and one film sparked decades of curiosity and inspired generations of people to head into the woods searching for answers, which is exactly what we're going to be doing on our second night. For the second part of our investigation, we met up with some friends to go explore a trail where one of them had a sighting a few years ago. We were a pretty large group, and there was a few of us that had fallen back and were several hundred yards behind us. As they were coming up to us to meet up with us, they reported hearing two large knocks and then At one point in time, they said it got pretty intense, where like the feeling of kind of dread kind of set in. We were unable to get anything on audio or video. We were kind of making a little bit of noise as we were going through, so it was hard to hear anything.
He said he stopped. It's tense if it's not us.
Ask him if he wants me to walk back.
After a while, we came back up to the edge of a swampy area where we had a very interesting occurrence with the thermal.
Can you see the birds? Yeah. It was to the right of us, on the far side, like past.
Yeah, it's close to it.
Holy shit. Shh. Holy shit, guys.
Enunciate.
Come right here.
We are right here.
I'm looking at something looking at me.
Looking back now, it was actually kind of a funny moment. She
Can't
actually
tell.
shushed us, but it was pretty exciting. You got to remember, when we're out and we're looking through a viewfinder on the scope or the thermal imager, which is just a tiny little image, burning your eye out where you're trying to look at both the thermal and see where you're going.
Holy.
What we came up with after the fact is that this was actually a very large raccoon, and it was at the edge of the water. When it stood up, its reflection went up and down, which gave it the appearance of growing really large. And if you look for a moment, you can see the shoulder of the critter when he goes to stand up, and it looked a little bit wider. It was actually pretty neat whenever we were looking back through review on site. Once we got it on the actual full screen, we could tell what it more likely was. After a little bit more looking around, the large group decided to head back into camp, and everybody dispersed. Once most of those guys had gone, we had sat down for a few hours, let everything get situated, and we walked back in the trail in a smaller group in the dark.
Where's that?
Huh?
That's 1 o'clock.
So there is a beaver right here that's swimming in the water. So if we do hear a plop from our right side of the berm, I'm recording the beaver. Yeah. I think we should keep walking where we heard that big thing coming through the water. It was in an awfully similar direction as the howl too. I was kind of like it was up towards the
Yeah, that's why I thought the hell might have been going in.
We started out on trail, ended up off trail, and I just can't stress enough how dark it actually is. This night vision camera is actually deceiving. You might notice some pixelation in it, and that's because there's absolutely no light. The IR is putting off light, but it's dispersing so much that there's a little pixelation. That's how dark it actually is in this area.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, sir.
You got the app?
What's that?
You get the camera on the app? Come in front of me, take a look at it. And you'll get a clear picture of it. Step right in front of me this direction.
Well, there's something pretty big right behind you. I don't know if it's a dog or a hog.
How
I
far?
see like a gator in the water right now. Like behind you, you're in the way. I just want to make sure it ain't gonna run at us. There's something swimming over there. I don't think it's a gator though. But I can just barely see him with my thermal.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
It kind of was like dog-esque, but that's kind of where we saw the deer too. So it may just be the deer hanging out still. Is that a deer?
Was it? Is that? What was that?
That's a deer bleat or somebody playing a...
It does sound like a bleat.
I see it in the water.
That's it?
We'll see you do that. Oh yeah, there's a deer right here. Sorry.
I'm so curious what that is.
Yeah, it's literally right across the border.
Is it in the water? Because I'm trying to find it on the night vision.
I can just barely see it through the sticks and stuff. There's a deer, I think, laying down here, and then he's, I think so over here.
Did you record all that, Daniel?
You want to smoke pearl?
You think that was a deer laying down over here?
I think it's deer laying down, but right across the water.
That sounded like a doe bleat.
That, you know,
There you go, that deer's moving now.
it is? Which one?
Oh, it's a beaver.
Oh, the one right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was laying down halfway in the water. It
I don't know if y'all know, but one of the most terrifying moments I've ever had in my life was when a beaver chased me. They can run stupid fast. And they will eat you up.
Yeah, that beaver is probably what we heard going through the water, Waldie.
Yeah, I'm watching it now.
Yeah, there's this
So
beaver.
yeah, 12 o'clock in front of us.
Yeah, a beaver across from us moving in the water too. There's two of them.
Oh, so that's probably what that other spot was. So have we seen the deer bleat across the road?
So, I thought it was a deer, but I was with that other thermal, but it's a beaver swimming through the water. Yeah, there's a beaver in front of me, and then right across the water, there's two beavers that are meeting up right now.
Oh, the barred owl's gone. What? Just not above us no more.
Yeah, I thought I heard him fly.
Yeah, there's a coyote or a fox on the trail behind us.
Really?
It just dipped down to the right ditch.
While we walk over.
Yeah. I got some videos of it. I think it might have been a fox. That could have been my Bigfoot moment, you know?
Hey, do me a favor. If you like where we're headed with this content, if this interests you at all, hit that subscribe button and give us a big thumbs up.
Do we want to sit here? I think the barred owl, if we use the barred owl to know where things are, then the barred owl's told everything where we are.
Yeah.
And I think we stand the best chance right here under that barred owl.
We decided to turn off our lights and just sit down and look and listen. We waited about 30 minutes and then moved and did it again. I guess it's no surprise that we'll just have to keep looking, because whether it be the owl, warning everything that you're there, the coyote following you out of the trail,
I got his eyes.
or the unseen creature peering back at you in the darkness. Everything knows you're there.